Hi, I'm Tim Sheehy, the Chief Executive of the Chartered Governance Institute. And today I have with me Mr. Paul Dubai. Paul has written EQ for the Governance Professional, and we have an opportunity to hear from Paul about his new book. Welcome, Paul.
Thanks very much, Tim. It's great to be here.
It's great to have you here, and congratulations on publishing the book.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think before we get into the book itself, I wonder if you could just tell us a little bit about, your professional background and your relevance of your background to this book, please.
Absolutely. Sure, Tim. So I'm a Brit, as you can imagine from my accent, and I grew up just north of London and moved to Canada about 13 years ago with my family. And I have worked as a Chartered Secretary. I qualified in the UK with a law degree and as a Chartered Secretary probably about 25 years ago now, when the governance profession was radically different to what it is today. And so I've spent that time supporting boards, and whilst there's been this extraordinary evolution, I still think there's a lot of work to be done. And so one thing I'm thankful for is that I've had a very varied career and worked with different types of organizations, professional service organizations such as PwC and KPMG, and also not-for-profit and larger banking corporations. And recently have started my own consultancy around, I was always very interested in EQ. And so that was really what got me into consulting, particularly really to help governance professionals, because that's an area that I'm just so passionate about.
So what caused you finally the trigger to actually write the book?
Yeah, so EQ, as I say, has always been an area of great interest to me, and I've carried out a lot of research and reading around this, including looking at seminars and attending seminars run by very senior people in the EQ field. And my interest, I guess, stemmed from the fact that I'd seen sort of behavior in the workplace and very senior leaders in the organization that, to me, were the antithesis of good leadership. And so I felt that there was a better way. And so the genesis for the book actually was a seminar that I was invited to give regarding developing emotional intelligence for a forum of governance professionals. And so the challenge I faced was, how could I transition that general knowledge around EQ into direct application for governance professionals? And so understanding the role of the governance professional, it has evolved to such an extent where you really need that focus on soft skills. And so I needed to build EQ and make it directly relevant. And so, as I usually do, lots of research, had these copious notes, and I decided to put it into a structure that turned into a book. And I feel there's a niche for it, because whilst there's a lot of EQ books around there, Tim, there's very few that are actually targeted for governance professionals, and really making sure that the knowledge is actually directly applied. How do we use EQ as a governance professional to provide impact and influence in our role? And that's really what the book is focused on.
What are the sort of key messages you want someone to take away if they read your book?
Yeah, it's a great question. It's not a technical manual.
No,
it doesn't tell you how to do your job. It assumes the technical knowledge. However, I would say that these principles that are discussed in the book, they're not taught in the classroom. And most of the learning, I think, is the result of mistakes that I've made and difficult challenges that I've faced over the years. And so I guess the key point is that I don't want readers to make the same mistakes. And so I'd encourage them to treat the book like an instruction manual.
Okay.
You can refer to it as you come across a challenge where you need to engage your EQ-based skills, whether it's an ethical problem, a conflict, a presentation you need to deliver. And so there's a practical element to it. And I think that's the key thing. You need to practice EQ. It's like learning an instrument. You can learn the concept and the theories, but it's the practice that really gets you good at it. And that's really important, I think.
So this is something that the readers can take away with them, use every day, use practically, as you say, in their job, day to day.
Yes.
But practice makes perfect?
Practice
Yep.
makes better. I think it's a continuing journey, Tim. And I think one of the things that we aspire to is to get better every day. So it is a journey. I think it's something where you continually learn. The great thing about learning EQ is that the testing ground is your office, wherever you work. Every day you can try out some of these techniques and skills and practical lessons that I put in the book as well. And so I would suggest, keep it on your desk.
Yeah.
The key thing as well is it has universal application. This applies, I've worked in different cultures around the world, and it applies anywhere. People are the same. And these skills are transferable to any discipline, any culture, and also, of course, in and out of work as well. That's the thing, because these skills, relationship building skills,
Yes.
they work to build your impact and influence in the workplace, but they can also enhance your quality of life outside as well. So I think there's always opportunities in and out of work to practice some of the concepts that I talk about in the book.
Well, that's a good point, and that's, I guess, the takeaway point. Now, if somebody wants to buy it, where can they find it?
They can find it on Amazon. It's primarily through Amazon. Of course, that's a worldwide network, and so that's a key place. And of course, you can also contact me directly to find out more about the book. I'm always happy to speak about it. I love it. I'm very passionate about it. Just let me know. And mainly Amazon.
Well, there is a link on the page. The people who are watching this can click on the link, which is on the same website page, and they can find it if they wish.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Paul. Listen, thank you very much, and good luck with the book. And it's great that you've written it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tim. Great. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.